I stand before you this evening with a message of confidence, strength, and hope. I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America.
All right, in the aftermath of Trump's near assassination, he promised us a shift in the tone of his rhetoric, and most of the RNC speakers actually tried to make good on that promise. However, there were some notable exceptions. And the biggest undercut of their attempts to lower the temperature, perhaps unsurprisingly, came in Trump's speech. Here's a clip of Trump using his RNC speech to stoke divisions once again.
Every week they get another subpoena from the Democrats, crazy Nancy Pelosi, the whole thing, just boom, boom, boom. They've got to stop that because they're destroying our country. The Republican platform promises to launch the largest deportation operation in the history of our country. I don't even mention it, frankly, because of what happened with the China virus. If you took the 10 worst presidents in the history of the United States, think of it, the 10 worst, added them up, they will not have done the damage that Biden has done. The election result, we're never going to let that happen again. They used COVID to cheat. We're never going to let it happen again.
Yeah, he really just can't help himself. That was just a sampling of how Trump used his unity speech to, further stoke divisions. At one point, he even called for the UAW president, Sean Fain, to resign. But before we discuss this, it's worth mentioning that Trump's speech was very long. It was 93 minutes long. And most of the attacks came when he went off script, which he loves to do. His speech has been called rambly and incoherent, not by Trump fans, but by critics, which is something the right loves to attack Biden for. Adrienne, what do you think about Trump's utter inability to stick to his own promise?
Oh, his promise not to engage in this divisive talks. The reality is that Trump is divisive. He stokes violence. He attacks people. That's what he does. He doesn't go for substance. He goes for superficial things. And that's exactly what this man is superficial. And as much as he was able to stick to the script for a little bit, who he truly is continues to shine through. So these narratives about him being a changed man after Crooks was not able to necessarily be on point. I don't believe that. I don't think that has changed Trump in any way. That this assassination attempt has shifted who he is. I believe his character is very well embedded in him, and we got to see that continue to peek through in his speech last night.
Yeah, and that's what his base loves about him is the fact that he does go off script. And it kind of reminds me of back in 2016 when he was first elected as president. Everybody was saying, oh, maybe he'll calm down now that he's been elected. And I was like, why would somebody just change overnight when they've always been that person?
Yeah, the only thing I would think of is, situations like the man I think is incredible or was Earl Warren, how he was governor of California. He did some terrible things, Japanese internment camps, but then he goes to the US Supreme Court, becomes Chief Justice and goes fully rogue, whether it's Miranda rights or Gideon v. Wainwright, giving individuals the right to counsel. He totally shifted left. And yeah, we can hope for those individuals at certain points when it comes to our government, but they are rare and Trump is not. So we need to realize that he is the man who he is, and all we're gonna get is 4 more years of divisiveness, violence, and problematic, just complete ignorance and disregard of the rule of law.
Yeah, exactly. And if this is any indication, he tried for all of a few days to be better and less divisive, and he couldn't even stick to that.